اينشتاين بيقول التعليم مفهوش ملل، حط نفسك مكاني هتفقد الامل. ملينا المدرسة ونظام صب وكب، شرح طول الوقت عمل لنا دروب. يا استاذنا عقلي مش سبونج بوب، يشرب المعلومة وبعديها يكب. هنا في نوسكول طلعنا من الدروب، لعب مرح تفاعلات هتعجبك يا بوب.
نوسكول أكاديمي. Simply learn different.
Hello everybody in Prep 1. Welcome to our Nowschool Academy, and I'm Mrs. Nihal, your English teacher for this year. Today we're gonna talk about the course book. In fact, it's totally different from what you've taken in the primary stage, which was called Time for English. Our new course book is called New Hello, and this book consists of 6 units. Each one has 7 lessons. So let's see together the first lesson in the first unit. I want you to help me finish this target for today. So at the beginning of each lesson, we're gonna have some objectives, which I call the agenda. So I want you please to help me finish this by the end of the lesson. For example, by the end of this lesson, we have to identify the family members. So you get to know each family member, and you get to know how to write a paragraph about one of your family members, and we're gonna practice finally the possessive adjectives, okay? Again, we're going to have some new vocabulary, and at the very beginning of the session, I'm going to repeat these words just twice. I will repeat them within the session with flashcards and meanings, but as a beginning, we have to repeat them quickly. The first word that we get to know is dad or father, mother or mom. Pay attention for this word, great grandfather, great grandfather. Guess the meaning till we repeat it again as I told you. And again, great grandmother, great grandmother, great grandchildren, dad, son, daughter, twins. For the structure, we have some possessive adjectives. In fact, the possessive adjectives are like my, his, her, your, their, its. Let's see together. Hey, hurry up everyone and get your tools. I want you to get the notebook, your pens, and by the way, I like the colorful pens a lot, the sticky notes, some highlighters, and whatever you're going to learn from, even it's your tab, your mobile, or your laptop. So let's get ready for this session. Before everything, I want to know your names, and of course, it's somehow difficult. So let me tell you a story about names here in Egypt all over the world. We have some fashions in names. I leave you to listen to this story or short definition or description of names in Egypt. I'm waiting for you. Go and listen and return back for me, please.
Well, here guys, before I get to know your names, I just want to talk with you about fashions and names, what we call trendy names for both boy and girls. For example, most of the boys nowadays are called Slim and Zain. Also, most of the girls are called Jana and Judy. You see? On the other hand, we have some traditional or common names. And of course, in Egypt, the most common one for boys and men is Muhammad. 99% of the Egyptian men are called Muhammad. You know this. What do you think it's for woman and girl? Think. The most common name for woman and girl in Egypt is what? Let me know. Names are always chosen and given based on a certain idea, whether it's religious or to convey a certain feeling. Now, let's make it funny. You know, here in Egypt, we can meet someone who is called Mr. Khamis, Mr. Goma, Mr. Ramadan, Mr. Shaban. And one famous example is Ahmed Hilmi in Asal Aswad movie. Do you remember his name? Yeah, great. I'm hearing some of you saying that he was called Masri. Okay, do you have such unusual names in your family? Let me know, please. Actually, it's not here in Egypt, but all over the world. So we can hear some unusual foreign names as Mr. Brown, Mr. Green, and so many other names. So that was my observation about names. I want you to think whenever you meet someone whose name is unusual, or even when you hear anyone's name, you can search for the meaning of this name, whether it's usual or not usual. So from now and then, I'm sure that you're gonna do this. Thanks a lot.
ولأن شرب المية بيساعد على التركيز، دوس بوز وروح اشرب مية وتعال بسرعة، ما تتأخرش.
Okay, welcome back. Have you heard the audio? Do you know the famous actor that I mentioned? Do you know Ahmed Helmi in this movie? Okay, I asked, do you know the name of the actor that I asked you in the audio? I mentioned this actor. He was Ahmed Helmi in the famous movie Asal Aswad. And then, do you remember his name in this movie? He was called Musri. So, have you got the idea of fashions and names? Okay, I want you to send me your names or to write it in the comments or wherever you want. Let's go to the other part of our session. Quickly, I want you to play a speed game with me. I'm going to ask you about your family members, your actual family members. So hurry up quickly and tell me who is your brother's sister. Yeah, great. The name of your brother's sister. Do you know your brother's sister is who? Great. I'm hearing some of you telling me the answers. Okay, who is your brother's father? Good boys and girls. And who is your grandmom's daughter? What's the name of your grandmom's daughter? Super boys and girls. I'm hearing some of you telling me that my grandmom's daughter is my aunt. We're going to know the name or the word aunt in detail. Great, excellent boys and girls. Again, you were really great in this game, so let's start our session with these words of the family members. Okay, as you can see here, we have family members. The first word in the family members is the hardest one or the newest one in this year. I know that some of you haven't ever heard about it, which is great-grandfather. Again, repeat it with me, great-grandfather. Who is the great-grandfather, or what's meant by this word? The great-grandfather is the dad of one of your grandparents. So suppose that your name is called Ahmed Muhammad Sayyid Hussein. So the great-grandfather here is Hussein, okay? This is what I mean by great-grandfather. The other word, let's see. The next one here is great-grandmother. Great-grandmother. The great-grandmother is like the great-grandfather. She's the oldest one in the family. She's the mommy or the mother of your grandma. Is the mother of your grandma. Okay, the next word, let's say it. Grandparents. The grandparents are both your grandpa and grandma. Your grandfather and grandmother together are called grandparents. Okay, pay attention with the words, please. I know that you're super. Okay, the next one is parents. Parents is your mommy or daddy together. So parents is your mom or dad, your mother or father. The next one, and I want you to notice that we are going descendingly from the older to the younger one in the family. We have the next word, my aunt or your aunt. The aunt is the mother's or father's sister. Again, repeat it after me, the word aunt. I don't want any one of you to say it aunt. It's not aunt, it's aunt. And the other word that we have is uncle. Uncle. Uncle is your dad's or mom's brother. Okay, the next one, let's see. As I told you that we are going descendingly from the older to the younger. So let's imagine this picture together, or illustrate it or explain it together. We have here the Queen, or the famous Queen of England, Queen Elizabeth. Queen Elizabeth is, of course, the great-grandmother because she's the oldest one in the world, not only in her family. And then their grandchildren, Charles and the other one, the son or daughter of Charles or his father, the one that I told you, I don't know his name, is called the great-grandchildren. So again, this word again, the great-grandchildren. Great-grandchildren can be for both males and females, for boys and girls, for sons or daughters, okay? Pay attention for this. So the great-grandchildren is the youngest member of the family. The son or daughter of the grandchildren themselves. Okay, let's see what's next. The son or daughter. The son, of course, we mean by it the male member of the family. So the son is your dad's and mom male member. And the opposite of son is daughter. Daughter is the opposite of son, and daughter, of course, is the female member of the family, the female child in your family. Okay, so we get to finish all the members of your families. Okay, one more word, that is twins. In any family, there are some identical brothers or sisters. And I'm sure that you know in your family some identical brothers or sisters or twins. Or maybe you yourself, okay? So the twins are identical brothers or sisters born at the same time and have the same age. Twins again are identical brothers or sisters born at the same time and have the same age. Okay guys, I know that we've studied a lot. So hurry up now to play another game, but totally it's different, you know? We are in the technology era. So this new game is an interactive game. Hurry up quickly and go down to the link you have for the first interactive game, or you can scan it. It's a QR code that you can scan with your mobile. I'm waiting for you to play such game and return back for me. Okay, what about the game? Have you enjoyed it? Hope you enjoy it. Okay, we have many other games later, but please be good with me, and I promise you to give you an interactive material, a lot of interactive material and interesting things. Now we have a quiz in your school book, so let's see what is it about. This quiz is going to talk about sorting the family members. We want to divide the family members into males and females. We have some words in the box, and then we want to sort them or classify them into males and females. For the males, we have, the first one, of course, is dad. Help me to answer it. Great. The next one is gonna be son. Super. Uncle. What's next? Great grandfather. Great. That's all? Look carefully. We have one more word. Yeah, super. As I told you from a while, the great-grandchildren is for both males and females. For that, I told you that. So we can put great-grandchildren in the male part and in the female part. So again, the male part includes son, dad, uncle, great-grandchildren, great-grandfather, grandfather. These are all the male family members we know. What about the female parts? Girls, hurry up. I want the girls to raise up their voices and answer with me. Yeah, great. In the female, we have, of course, the mother. Order here is not a necessary part, okay? So you're not asked to repeat the words from the older to the younger or vice versa. Any order, okay? You're free. Again, the female is your mom. Great. Daughter. Aunt. Yeah, super. Great-grandmother. Yeah. One more word. Grandmother. And the general word that can be both in the male and female part, great-grandchildren. Great, excellent guys, I'm very happy from you. Here we have the reading lesson, so please open your student's book on page 3. Let's start reading. Stretch your backs and have a deep breath. Listen to me carefully because we're gonna answer an exercise after this. Our reading lesson for today says, hello. My name is Ali, I'm 13. This is a picture of my family. My mom's name is Amira, she's a teacher. Next to her is my dad. His name is Adil, he's a teacher too. Both my parents are teachers at my school. They have one daughter, she's my sister Lamia, and she's 9 years old. And they have 2 sons, me and my brother Khalid. He's 11. Our grandmother is 64 and she's called Huda. She's my mom's mother. My mom's father is our grandfather. He's called Omar. He's 65. Their daughter's called Judy. She's my mom's sister and she's my aunt. My uncle's called Marwan. He's a doctor. Their son is called Tariq and he's my cousin. It's his birthday today. He's 3 years old. Okay, now let's go to the exercise. Okay, the answers of this question help me to answer it. So have you known now who is Marwan? Yeah, great. Number 1 is Marwan. And for number 2, who is she? Yes, right, Judy. 3, great, Tariq. You can refer back to the text, by the way. Number 4, yeah, Omar. 5, Huda. Let's be faster. Amira. Number 6. And 7, Lamia. Number 8, yeah, Adil. Number 9, Khalid. Finally, number 10 is Ali. Great, boys and girls. Let's go to the grammar lesson, and it's about pronouns. What is pronoun in English? The pronoun is a word that can replace a noun. We have different types of pronouns. We have the subject pronoun. For example, if I want to talk about a boy called Ahmed, and I don't want to say Ahmed or mention his name, so I can replace Ahmed with he. Yes, they are the subject pronouns. So the subject pronouns are I, he, for males of course, she, for women or girls, you, when you talk about someone, and it, for things and animals, they, for any plural names or nouns, and you also can come in plural form. They are called subject pronouns. When you just move the subject pronoun to come after the verb, so that's we called object pronouns. So I is gonna be changed to me. He is going to be changed to him, as you can see. She is going to be changed to her. It can be the same, it, and you also is you. But they is gonna be changed to them. One more type of pronouns when we possess or own something. For example, I have a car. Can I say, this is I car? Of course, no, I'm hearing you laughing. What's that? Can I say, this is me car? Of course not, I know. Okay, so what pronoun can we use here? This is what we call possessive adjectives. So the possessive adjectives for I is my, for he is his, for she is her, it, its, they, their. I'll give you one example. This is their house, okay? And you, your, we, our. That is what we call possessive adjectives. The last type of pronouns is called possessive pronouns. And the difference between the possessive pronouns and the possessive adjectives is that we don't mention the possessed thing after the possessive pronoun. Let's see the difference in a clear way. I can say, this is my car. So I mention the word car after my. But if I want to say mine, I'll say, this is mine. I will not mention the thing that I have or own. Have you seen now? So, I is gonna be in the possessive adjectives mine, he, his, her, hers, we, ours, they, theirs, and finally you, yours. This is what we call pronouns, and actually this is the grammar lesson for today. Again, I want you to take a break and a rest, so go down to the link, play the game, and return back for me. I'm waiting for you. Hey everyone, come back to me. What about the game? Tell me. I know that it's a great thing for you to play games, and of course when it is interactive. Okay, we have here the possessive S. The possessive S is the small thing related to the possessive adjectives, and it's what we call apostrophe S. And some people you can hear say it apostrophe S, but this is the American accent, okay? So we have the apostrophe S. You can see the apostrophe S before singular nouns, but if the nouns are plural, so the possessive or the apostrophe S is going to be after the S. So again, I repeat this part quickly. There is apostrophe S with the singular words and S apostrophe with the plural words. And if the name already ends with S, so we just put the apostrophe without any S. That's the latest part for the possessive adjectives. Here, you're going to listen to a video and watch it. Pay attention with it because you have to fill the spaces after you listen with possessive adjectives. I leave you to finish it and come back again to me.
1. Lesson 1. Exercise 2. Listen and complete the text with possessive adjectives.
Hi, my name's Lara, and this is my family. That's my brother. His name's Ayman. Lena and Hartem are our parents. We have one cousin, Khadija. Her parents are my uncle and aunt. Their names are Emad and Dina. What about you? What's your name?
Let's sum up what we have taken all over the session. So remember with me, we have talked about the family members. Who are your family members? We know the members, male members and female members of your families, and we sort them into males and females. So we have here the family tree. If you want to fill in the members or the names of the members in your own family on this tree, you can do this. It's just a sort of collective thing to remember the session content. The next thing was that we talked about the possessive pronouns or adjectives, and here is a conception map. As you can see, is like a tree, has branches, each possessive pronoun or adjective with the example of it. For example, I is gonna be my, so I'm a boy, but this is my car, and so on. When you have a look on it, you can get what I mean with collecting the main idea or the main conception of the session. Each session we're going to have a moral value, and the moral value is something related to ethics. So because we talked about family and the connection of the family members together, we're going to have a certain Quranic verse which is أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وقضى ربك ألا تعبدوا إلا إياه وبالوالدين إحسانا صدق الله العظيم. This was a Quranic verse, and Prophet Muhammad told us many things about family bonds and to keep in touch with your family members. So please, dears, if you love Miss Nihal, leave or pause the video now and go to your mommy or daddy, kiss them and tell them that you love them. And if you have a grandpa or grandma, just call him or her to tell them also that you love them. This is gonna be our moral value for today. I was very happy to be with you during this video and this session. Wait for me for many other videos. Okay, dears, before we leave, we have to be prepared with some new words that we are going to use the next session. So please search for their meaning. I'm just going to read them for you. You get to know the word interview. Again, interview, and in the American accent, we call it interview. The word hobby. So what is hobby? Search for it, please. And the plural of hobby is hobbies. Win. Voluntary work. There is something which is called voluntary work. Guess what? What is it? Band and chess. The homework for today is the workbook, page 72, and you have to write a paragraph about a person in your family. So please be prepared for this. See you next time. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
نتمنى من كل قلبنا الحصة تكون عجبتك، وبنقول لك ما تنساش تحل الكويز اللي في المصادر، وكمان تقيم الحصة تحت في التعليقات. منتظرينك في اللايف في حفظ الله.